Hey guys, first of all I'd like to apologise for the lighting. It was originally to be filmed on my iPad but then the storage ran out. So basically this video is going to be a wee bit different in case you're wondering. Here he is, because he's right here. I've been getting a few haters just why I love Hunchback of Notre-Dame so much, and a couple of people have been asking me why I love it, and some people have been saying, you know, you're really dedicated, which is great of it, which is great. You're really talented at your cosplay, again, thanks very much for that. But why do you love it so much? And I did notice when I looked over my top 10 list, it does feature. A lot of the time it's a number one, but not always. Sometimes it's I think it's top 10 Disney film deaths. What was for I know it didn't feature in top 10 Disney deaths, I don't think. No, it didn't. But the point is, it's featured in a lot of videos, and some people have been going to me, why is it featured so much? Because some people said so. I actually started thinking, is this annoying people? Because obviously it's not featuring that much. It's featuring so much, sorry. So I've got some notes on my iPad here. I wrote 10 reasons why I love it, and I thought I might as well tell you what they are. I'll actually put Quasi up here so that you can see him. He's sitting awkwardly on my arm. Bearing in mind, these are in no particular order, although 7 to 10 are in order. They were easier. But first of all, I'm just going to give a few honourable... Oh, go away, Instagram. I'm going to give a few honourable mentions just before. So one of the honourable mentions is I love to cosplay as the characters, especially Quasimodo and Esmeralda. They were really fun to do. Frodo was good as well. In a lot of my writing, Frodo and Quasimodo feature as characters. So those are the honourable mentions. So we're going to, like I said, top 10 list, no particular order apart from 7 to 10. So number 10, it's also based on a novel. The Hunchback of Notre-Dame was called, which I read and it broke me. Don't look at me like that, Quasi. No, I read it and it was so sad. It is much that you already know, those of you who have seen The Hunchback of Notre-Dame know it's not really a children's movie, it's like an adult children's movie. That may not make much sense, but it's very dark and very gothic compared to most Disney movies. There's still a lot of lightheartedness, there's still the typical Disney themes in it. It's really sad, it's nothing like the Disney movie, well it is to an extent, but it's mostly different. There's a few live action movies you can watch, just search The Hunchback of Notre-Dame on YouTube, you'll be able to watch them. The differences are, Frodo's actually 30 something, he's a bit nicer to Quasi. I'd say a bit, not much. And I don't want to give away anything else because there's a few spoilers and they're hard. But I cried for quite a while after reading it. And it breaks me every time. But yeah, that's the only reason. I'm going to try and keep each reason to about a minute so I don't want the video to drag out too much. Number 9, I've actually visited Notre-Dame. A lot of you have probably been to Paris and seen Notre-Dame. I saw the movie when I was about 15, and then when I was around about 16, I went to Paris with school and we went to Notre-Dame, and I have to admit I was breathtaking, it was so beautiful. But I wasn't really into the movie at that point. I'd watched it and I thought, yeah, it's good. I wasn't sure if I was obsessed with it or not. I wouldn't really even call myself obsessed, it just means a lot to me really. But I went to Notre-Dame and I remember sitting and I started to cry over it, I was so emotional. But I remember actually looking up at the ceiling for some reason. And I kept thinking, I wonder if there's someone in the Bells right now. And but looking back, I was sort of like, I remember looking back and thinking, why did I think that all the time? And then when my dad was like, did you see Quasimodo? And I was like, who? It meant nothing to me at the time. But Notre-Dame is beautiful. And looking back, I'm a bit irritated. There's no steps to Notre-Dame in the film. There's steps. There's no steps. And there's no well either. But well, yeah, that might have been not a spoiler really. But yeah, I've been to Notre-Dame. It is stunning. I'd highly recommend you visit it if you get the chance. So number 8, I relate to Quasimodo, and I know this might sound a bit odd. For 20 years, he's very isolated. He has technically 3 true friends. But basically the 3 gargoyles are like his imaginary friends almost. We don't honestly know if they're real or not. I don't think we work out in the sequel they are. Don't count the sequel. And then he has 1 true friend. As a kid I was bullied a lot, especially having red hair, just for being very different. I was very different to other kids. I was very quiet, I was very introverted. Generally I was thought of as a bit strange. So I had some cuddly toys who were my friends. And in a way they were like the gargoyles to me because I saw them as alive but no one else did. And then I had 1 or 2 friends in school, especially in the later years, who I was very close with. But yeah, I was very isolated most of my life for a long time, or at least I felt that way. I did have imaginary friends, and I had 1 or 2 true friends. One of the friends I would consider like one of the stuffed animals actually sitting over there right now. I'm not going to bring them over here, but like my toys were like my real friends, and because I didn't have many friends in school. Although I did eventually, I do a lot more now. You can kind of think of it as now I'm a lot more accepted, a bit like Quasi was towards the end. So I can relate to him in a way, because I know what it's like to feel alone and feel like an outcast, even though I suppose I wasn't really, but I did feel that way. Next, the rest of these are in no particular order, so they're all ranked here and I'm going to read them at random. Number 7. Can't believe I'm about to say this, I've had a crush on Quasimodo. I still do. I said it. I'm not afraid to admit it. But the reason is, okay, I'll admit, he doesn't exactly do well in the looks department. We can all agree there. But look at his personality, he's so sweet. And that's what I fell for. And they say if you fall for someone's personality, everything about them becomes beautiful. And I know when I wrote about him in my stories, and I can't mention, I literally just took the Disney character and put him into my story. I didn't rewrite him in any way, I took essentially the same character. I did start to fall for him, and my characters were based on me, and she fell for him a couple of times, and I was like, oh, why are you doing this to me? But yeah, and I just think it's quite nice because he's not a traditional Disney crush, as it were. I know I have a friend who's a crush on John Smith, which I don't know, I find him a bit dull, but there you are. Or there's people who crush on Prince Eric. Yeah, I was going to say Aladdin's a good one, he's cute. But yeah, I think it's not. I like it. I have a crush on someone a wee bit different. And I have to admit, whenever Esmeralda didn't get him, he didn't get Esmeralda, sorry. Otherwise, I'd be a bit upset. This was a couple of times ago when I watched it. I actually was like, yes, I can go for you. Yes, you're single, so I can do that. That sounds terrible, but most people do it. So, just with different characters. So, number 6, I think it is. Yeah, as already mentioned, it's slightly darker than most Disney movies. A lot of Disney movies I find they're a bit too lighthearted, and I find them a bit irritating, but this one is, because it's a wee bit darker, it's different, you know. I think that's what I like about it. And it does conjure some very powerful emotion, which is another higher ranking here. But I think that's what I like about that, it is darker. And the Disney villain is heartless, and he's very good, he's very scary. He's not my favourite Disney villain, but he is a very effective one. And I think it's partly because it's very loosely based on the novel, which is loosely based on a real person, but it's not a true story. So I think that's maybe why I like it. 4. The message behind it. It essentially challenges our thoughts. It teaches us to not look at people based on their appearance. If you look at the sequel, which I'm this one time going to say is good, there's a bell called La Fidèle, oh it rhymes, and it's plain on the outside but it's beautiful on the inside. It's kind of like saying someone could be really good looking on the outside but hideous on the inside, and vice versa. So that's quite a nice message. I think it sort of teaches you, you know, not to, don't judge a book by its cover, basically. But I would say that I'm starting to think I should have ranked that a bit lower because the message behind it wasn't a real reason why I liked it, though it is a good reason. Number 3, it's underrated. And that's why I'm so dedicated to it. I try to promote the film a bit more. And I know you agree with this. I also constantly try to get people to watch it. I know I watched it with some housemates the other day and they were laughing quite a lot during it and I was sort of like, really? And they got it a few death colours. But no, I think I like it because it's underrated, because if you think of Frozen, it was very popular and everyone was watching it and talking about it. I haven't seen Frozen yet. I do think I will watch it now that the hype's died down. I think I will watch it when I get the chance. And it seems good, but it doesn't seem. I just think it doesn't really introduce many new things, such as like sibling love. Brother Bear does that. Getting over depression. Big Hero 6 does that. You know, things like that. It's not really anything that new. So I will get to watch it, but because Hunchback of Notre-Dame, a lot of people have actually never heard of it, I find, which is interesting. And I'll admit there are films that are way more underrated, like Brother Bear is very underrated. I want to say The Great Mouse Detective was very underrated. I've never seen it. I actually wouldn't mind watching it. But you get the idea. But because it's underrated, I think that's why I like it, because I like films that maybe don't have as big a hype. Because I'm sort of one of those people who want to share my fandom, but when other people are like, I'm sorry, no, it's mine. Like, I feel a bit jealous, I don't know why. Number 3, amazing villain. Because you may not want to look at this point because there may be a video of Frodo. So yeah, you will notice I'm wearing my Frodo hat and I'm actually on my t-shirt. It says, my life is a Disney movie. I got it from Primark recently if you're wondering. Oh, I've just got a thing. As mentioned before, Frodo is heartless, but he's a really good villain. He's definitely not my favourite, he terrifies me. But I think it's because, again, he's loosely based on the character from the novel. He's loosely based on the character from the novel. He's very heartless and you don't see any good in him at all. He just, even when he has no redeeming features at all. Like, I know there's some villains in Disney, I think he's sort of like, they have a couple of redeeming features, you kind of want to like them. You just can't like Frodo. He's terrifying and he's a complete jerk. But I think that's what I like about him, because he is very well done. The one thing I love with him is when he walks out of the carriage, spoilers, and feels like he wants it, and he just looks so hungover, and he's like, yeah. He's like, why? And he's going like that, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, he's hungover. It's hilarious. But his villain song is also very good. It gave me nightmares, actually. And certainly, if you're a kid, you may think twice before watching it again. As an adult, you question if it's a kid's film. So number 2, powerful songs. I don't know if I'm playing any music for this. It's either Bells of Notre-Dame or Out There. When I first watched Hunchback of Notre-Dame, I was actually struck by the powerfulness of the music. Like when I watched Bells of Notre-Dame, which I'm assuming is the one playing, or it could be Out There, I remember like feeling thrown back and my heart started to race. And I remember thinking, it was the very opening bit when they're zooming in on Notre Dame. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I just love the music, it's so powerful, and the emotion is incredible. Like, that's actually going to be the next one. But look at Quasimodo's emotion when he talks about wanting to just, he doesn't mind if he spends the rest of his life in the Bells Tower, just as long as he gets one day outside. And it's just amazing. And then you've got obviously Frollo's emotion in Hellfire, you've got Esmeralda's sadness in God Help the Outcasts. But then you've also got the happy songs, and there's obviously some hilarity throughout it as well. But some of the songs are very good. Go away, car, don't you dare deliver anything. But some of the songs are really good, and I love them. And it's probably the only Disney film where, I'm going to actually bring it up now, where I actually have the full soundtrack. I have Sleeping Beauty, I've got The Little Mermaid, I've got Mulan. I kept the majority of Mulan, and I kept the majority of Aladdin, I want to say. But here we are. It's on my iPad, hang on. There's Hunchback of Notre-Dame. I'll just put it in so you can see. That's every song. That's every single song, and that includes the the single version of God Help the Outcasts and the song sung in the credits, Someday, which is beautiful. Different singer sings it in the credits in the film, which is interesting. I discovered that. One other thing I love doing about the soundtrack is I love listening to the soundtrack and then hearing how it's different to the sound of the movie. Like Sweeney Todd, I find he sings My Friends much higher in the movie than he does in the soundtrack. But generally the Hunchback of Notre-Dame is more or less the same. So number 1 is Strong Emotion. Like I said, it's a very sad movie. I have cried for it, like Humiliation. Oh my days, I can't even listen to the soundtrack. You will have heard it in my writing Emotion. It is horrendous. It is so sad. But then you've got happy scenes as well, and then you can really feel the character's emotion.
All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I memorize their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I was in their skin, I'd treasure every instant.
And I know someone was talking to me, I can't remember who you are, I would have given you a shout out if I remembered your name, I'm really sorry. But she said she went to Disneyland Paris, and at a display at night there was a thing on, the projection on the castle, and it was Quasimodo singing out there. It was in French obviously, but it was Quasimodo singing out there, and I have to admit, if I had to pick out, I think I would want to hear the Hunchback of Notre-Dame in French, because I've heard out there in French, it's beautiful. And she said she was really struck by his emotion, how powerful it was, and that's what made her want to watch the movie, and it's held a special place in her heart ever since. If you're watching this, again, I want to apologise that I didn't give you a shout out. I would have loved to. Because that's it. That's the 10 reasons I love the Hunchback of Notre-Dame, and then obviously that's why many of you know I got my Quasimodo plush only recently. When I actually first got him, I actually wanted to send him back. He thinks about mad. He doesn't look happy, but I did. I thought he looked badly made. I just didn't think he looked, I don't know, I wasn't into him. Stella was very rude, I must admit, and they were just like, no, you can't cancel it, we've already said that. I said, I'm not trying to cancel, I'm trying to return him. So they just weren't, and then when I said that, they never got back to me, so I thought I'm stuck with them. So I thought I can either take him to a charity shop or keep him. Took him up to my university house, but yeah, I took him up to the house. He sat in my wardrobe, and then one night I remember, I'm one of those ones who has to have something with me. I can't sleep in a very bed. I need like one of my stuffed animals in with me or something. And I thought, just pick Quasimodo. And I thought, why am I doing this? He was in one side, I was in the other, and I had to admit for about 10 minutes I was later, stiff as a board, just like, what am I doing? And then, yeah, I woke up and he was like, I woke up one morning, he's like right there in my face. And I was like, okay, I think I'm you're growing up, and then like, I would always wake up and he's like right against me. Or there was one time he was sitting like with me, and I got him and he fell against me, and I was like, you don't want me to go, do you? And he just really grew on me, and just since then, he's become one of those ones I could never get rid of. And I suppose because it's from a film that means a lot. And I know when I cosplayed as him, so I looked at him and thought, this is weird, there's 2 of us. But no, he was a very good character to cosplay as well. So yeah, I'm hugging him. He's resented me a wee bit, I think, because more and more Frollo hat, but anyway. But guys, that's the 10 reasons I love the Hunchback of Notre-Dame. Please go and watch it if you haven't, and leave a comment below. And also obviously give this video a like. I will happily do more videos like this, like maybe why I love Mulan, why I love other Disney films, why I love Sweeney Todd. I'm happy to do that. That's going to be harder actually. Sweeney Todd's a lot harder. I can only think of 5 reasons why I like it. But yeah, If you want me to do more videos like this, leave a comment below, give this video a like, and be sure to subscribe for more. The next 3 top 10 lists are going to be Disney impressions. I promise they will be better than the mystery video, at least I hope they will. I will try and feature ones that weren't in the mystery video, but I think the first one will be Disney male characters. Quasimodo will probably make a feature. It's going to be mostly main characters, so if any requests, please leave a comment below. And yeah, as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone!